Hey, and welcome back. Today, I'm here again with Enri Peters from the Netherlands, a community builder that I've been recording with before. And in the last recording, we looked at getting Q activated for CodeCatalyst. And we got a long way. We then got stuck in the middle because we found out that we set up the space in the wrong region. So we redid that in the background, and now we are here to look at the next pieces of how to use Q in CodeCatalyst. So maybe Enri, because not everyone will have been watching the first video. Who are you? What are you doing? What's your role?
Yes, well, my name is Enri Peters. I'm living in the Netherlands. I'm 32 years old, and I'm working the last 5 years for Schubert Phyllis, which is a company located near Schiphol, which is the big airport of the Netherlands. And we focus on mission critical IT for the bigger Dutch companies like Heineken, PostNL, Jumbo. So we have a focus on keeping their stuff running and which is important for their mission. Yeah.
And in the previous video, you told me that you feel yourself a little bit more like an operations person. And this is why you're so excited to look at Amazon Q in CodeCatalyst that is supposed to help you with developing software and actually changing software. So let's directly dive into it and have a look on your screen where we have created the project. Made the project set up in CodeCatalyst. We have also made sure that the space is in the US West 2 region, and we have changed the space billing tier to standard tier, which gives us access to the Q features.
Yes.
So now, how does this look like, this project settings tab for setting up Q?
Well, there we go. So, yeah. So as you can see, we have a new space. Specifically, put this behind it to know the difference of this space and our other one. So we recreated the text calculator project. And if we now go into settings, we'll see, it even popped up, that we have a generative AI button over here. So
Okay, let's go there.
So it states clear that this is a preview feature, but let's click this button and see what happens. So
Nothing.
not in this screen. So yeah.
Cool. Then now let's go to the project. So now we have activated Q in our space. As you can see, this was a space setting.
Yeah, we have
now
some,
go to the
diagrams over here. So
which show us the limitations and the usage. So actually, we can only generate 15 pull requests or 15 summaries of pull requests on the free tier, on the standard tier. If you go to the enterprise tier, I think you get 25 or maybe even more. But we are now going to first go to the workflow which has been executed down there. So
there it is.
Yeah, let's have a look, because this one will now show us the actual web page that we have. So please go to the View app, and this is now, click on that one. It should be opening up in the new. And this is the single page application that we did, right? It is a standard view page.
That's already cool.
And it is kind of cool because you didn't need to do a lot. But I would propose we're now just going to give this Q thing a try, right? And let me just give you the first idea. I don't like the "you did it" that you have over there. I don't like it. Let's change that text. So let's. How do we do that? It is pretty simple. So if you could go back to CodeCatalyst and go to issues over here. Now we're gonna just think of Q being our developer that we can assign a task. And this is the idea, right? So now I as a user, I would like to change this text from "you did it" to "we did it." So let's see if we can manage that. So it says "you did it." Let's start with something easy, and let's ask Q to change this to "we did it." So how do we do that? We create an issue. And just as we would be doing this with another developer, we would be adding here a description and what the assistant needs to do for us, right?
Yeah.
And this is now where you put in your prompt. So at the end, this is how you indicate the generative AI model which sits behind Q on what it is supposed to do.
On the front page, the current front page of our app says, oh, I have to paste it a little bit different, like this. You did it. We would like it to say instead we did it. Should we keep it this simple
Cool.
or give it a little bit more?
I don't know. Let's try.
Yeah.
Let's keep it simple. And now we're going to assign this to Q. Don't change the status or anything. Just this, on the right hand side, you see it.
Oh, yeah, sorry, here it is.
Yes, assign it to Q. And now click on create issue and let's see what happens.
Oh, this is cool. Okay. And should I put it in progress or will it do it itself? Block?
Let's open up the issue and let's let it do it himself.
Oh, there's a lot of activity already.
Yeah, that's cool. Can you open it up directly? So that should be good enough. So what we will see now is that it is evaluating the stuff over there, right? And down there, if you see, there's a reply with which Q is interacting with us, right?
Oh, it's
So before we begin,
would you like me to stop after each of the planned steps listed above to await your feedback? Well, I guess that's a good idea, but I also want to see
so
what happens if we don't.
decide what you want to do.
Nope. I want to see this.
Okay, then let's click confirm.
And I have set it to, if it wants, it can change my workflow.
Mm-hmm.
Choose a source repository. Yeah, that's saying confirm. But this is how I was expecting it to be. So, oh, so it even fills in the prompt for me,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess it understands.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's scroll up because we should not just keep scrolling up. We should now see that this is being updated over there, right? So it evaluated the prerequisites.
Yeah, and it went to in progress.
Wow, cool. Automatically.
Oh yeah, it's also updating this stuff. Generate background.
Okay, so this is usually coffee time now, right? You get the GenAI model to work for you. Now, let's have a look on what does it do when it generates the background. Well, we see that here, right? That's where it explains us what it has been trying to do. Now it's going to output the approach,
Yeah.
which is essentially what previously I would have done for when I guided junior engineers, right? And actually it catch the tests, which is something that I usually forget, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. It even
Okay.
adds another test scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, now it generated the approach. We already looked at that, and now it should be generating the code in the background.
Oh, it gives a good overview of every setting if you or every step if you click on it. Yeah, my next step, already thinking ahead, of course, would be to see how I can change this URL into something on my own domain. But I'm not thinking this is something you can easily do in CodeCatalyst at the moment. I think we need some other services from AWS as
Well,
well.
so at the end, CodeCatalyst is just a development tool. So it uses this piece now. It uses Amplify hosting in CDK under the hood, right? So the project that we have. So you could, of course, ask Q to move the hosting to your custom domain as a next thing, right? Because it could generate the required Amplify or CDK code. So that is a good idea, right? But that might take too long for our recording today.
So it's on the generator.
And as we can see, it takes some time to generate that code, right? So maybe.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Well, and that's also as much as the replies goes. So I'm clicking this away.
Okay, stop.
Oh,
click there, go back. It went to in review, and then up there is the link to the pull request.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, let's have a look on the code that has been generated. And now your responsibility is to review that code. Before we do that, so now there's on this page there's a lot of preview in Q. On the top up there you see the create revision. So now this is where you could, let's not yet do that.
No.
This is where you could modify the prompt. So now you could give Q feedback. Please change blah, 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 blah. We can do that in a second. Then we see down there, create comment summary. Obviously, there are no comments up here, but this is another of the Q features, right? If you have like 500 comments, that this would summarize it up for you. If you then go to changes on the queue, on the pull request itself, you could now see the generated changes. So let's have a look on what happened there.
Oh, it makes it way smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. So
actually, this doesn't look good.
No, I think it got rid of the entire template around it, and it just changes the text.
Yeah, let's create a revision. Let's tell it.
So that's this button.
Let's tell him. Yes.
Feedback left on this pull request suggests that I need to make improvements to the code. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
And in the meantime, I also received an email on my email address that's connected to this CodeCatalyst space with that the pull request got created. That's also nice.
Okay. What happened? Can you click on create revision again?
Yeah, and I click Amazon Q. Yeah, I clicked on this button, right?
Stop. Okay, click cancel. Now go to the overview page.
Yep.
And create a comment. What do we want him to do? Let's go with, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
I noticed that you have removed the template and styling of please revert that this and only change the text from you did it to we did it.
Yes, and now let's click save, and then let's do create revision again.
Okay. That's what it...
Yes.
And now...
Can you go back to the issue? Because I think we might need to add the comments to the issue page.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay,
maybe. copy paste that from the pull request.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's something over here after my comment as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
so
that looks
means
good.
like we did that wrong, right? We should have entered the comment first, then click create revision, and then it would have generated that.
Yeah, since it can
Now,
only create
now,
one.
yeah. Now we have comments. Let's try out the create comment summary. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, that's what we knew, but this is the GenAI piece. Okay, so cool. This means now we are kind of stuck here, right? We cannot get Q to update this pull request again. We are not happy with the code. So next step from a development perspective would be to close this pull request, mark the change, the issue as failed, and just start from scratch, which is not that problematic because we have not really done anything, right? But we still saw that this functionality did not work out as expected, and we will need to improve our skills in prompt engineering. However, I think, Enri, we should not do this again now. I think I would love to end this session today, which gave us an introduction how to actually use Q in CodeCatalyst. We looked at, and if you could stop sharing your screen,
Of course.
then we can get you back again. We looked at how Q can help you to automate code changes. We also saw that it didn't directly work out as we expected, right? So here, both you and I need to practice our prompt engineering skills and make sure that we also understand how things look a little bit better. Anything else that you would like to comment on Q before we end the session for today?
Well, I had a hard time thinking of how this would look like, but actually, I'm kind of surprised in a good way that this. I really feel that this is going to change how we are going to create applications. And since we talked about my ops and dev experience, I have so many ideas inside my head which this will help with. So, it feels to me like it
But
gives me the power to create the applications I want to do.
I would like to comment one thing, which is you looked at the pull request and you directly understood that what you did was wrong.
Yeah.
And I think this is the important piece, right? So using Q as a supporter can help you, but using Q just to develop software is not going to help because you need to understand what it produces.
No.
And I think this is what makes people like you and I powerful because we have our experience, we have seen code, we have seen operations stuff.
Yeah.
But we can understand what the model generates. And I think that's what we need to keep in mind when we look at GenAI.
Yeah, I think that as well.
What other functionalities would you expect from Q as your digital assistant in CodeCatalyst that you would love to see?
Maybe some sort of preview of the web app. In this case, that's something I would like. So if there's a way, but I guess then I should ask it to add another workflow to create some sort of preview amplify environment where I can see the changes that I made before actually approving and merging this pull request. That would be nice. Yeah, but
Okay,
I think it should be possible already.
cool. So, and as this is kind of concluding at least our joint recording so far, Enri, where can people find more about you and about what you do on a daily basis?
Yes, so I'm pretty active on LinkedIn. You can find me over there, and I'm sharing lots of interesting stuff. Of course, about AWS, but also IT in general. Now and then I post some blogs on dev.to, and we have seen my handle over here in CodeCatalyst, which is Skabba, Skabba, and if you look that up on Google or GitHub or dev.to, then you will also find me over there. And I'm not really active on Twitter. But yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for spending time with me, for showing us how you went through the process of setting up Q and about the first experience that you've had with it. Yeah, looking forward to see more Q and CodeCatalyst related content coming from you, Enri.
Yes.
And let's keep in touch. And the more as Q matures, I'm happy to take you back on and do some more experiences and share some more knowledge with other listeners.
Yeah, I would really like to do that and enjoy it. Yeah, and thank you as well, Johannes, for inviting me and guiding me through Q. So it was amazing.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.